Hey, what's going on, people? So I'm gonna try to do a quick video here. So I'm gonna talk to y'all about who checks the so-called fact checkers. When it comes to who's an expert on a topic or who is telling the truth, social media has become a very convoluted, deceptive place. And the first thing I want to establish is that people have associated truth with appointed authority figures. And we have to get away from that because, first of all, the truth is given to us from our Creator. He established creation. He's given us the senses, more than five, to discern and observe and make and interpret our own reality. Now, the issue is when we exclude ourselves from being made in the image of our Creator, which has designed us to function and maneuver in this creation, and we reestablish ourselves into the identity of a corrupt, fallen, wicked world. So now how we establish truth and facts is totally destroyed. And that's what we see here now, is that people can't discern science fiction from reality because they have, again, I'm always going to say the word science fiction is a paradox. The world wants to convince you that somehow something, as we call sciencey or scientific, can be fiction. They're already trying to indoctrinate you into believing in your imagination or the imagination of someone else. So the question I ask is that who funds these alleged fact checkers? Let's look into the funding. Let's just piece by piece break this down. I'm gonna share my screen here. And thank you for joining. All right, let's go to my screen here. All right, factcheck.org. And let's look at this. Interesting, a project of the Annenberg Public Policy Center. Now you have to look at who's donating and who's promoting these things. So the first line says our funding. It says prior to fiscal 2010, we were supported entirely by three sources, right? And I keep seeing this group, the Annenberg Foundation. It just shows up throughout this whole thing. So logically, I want to ask, who is this Annenberg Foundation, right? So let's check this out. The Annenberg Foundation is a family foundation. Let's see what that means. That provides funding and support to nonprofit organizations in the United States and around the world. So we understand a global agenda, a foundation that deals with things around the world, right? So let's just look at this. It says the Annenberg Foundations receive grants from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The Annenberg Foundation continues its programming focus. Interesting word, programming focus. Wow. Talk about paid programming. But its efforts includes a traditional grant-making institution and is also involved in the community. The Annenberg Foundation promotes charitable activities, and that word charitable is not what it appears to be, through which large-scale solutions to systematic problems are pursued. Let's talk about the Hegelian dialectic. Let's talk about the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, right? So we live within a government that socially engineers all its crises, right? To cause a problem. And then it waits for the fear-based, irrational response or reaction. And then they provide their deceptive, convoluted, evil solution. That's what we see into every agenda that is happening right now. Problem, reaction, solution. And it's interesting that the people that determine how we interpret our reality fit into that paradigm of problem, reaction, solution, right? Let's keep going. The Gates Foundation funds these people. Wow. That defends its allegations. Interesting. So this is about defending. This is not about facts. This is about people critically thinking and they having to defend what people can clearly see for themselves. Interesting. And what a shock. This is the Australian National Review. George Soros and Bill Gates. Interesting. Does anybody see where this is going right now? We have to wake up. I don't think enough people are getting this information because these people go unchecked in society. I didn't share my screen, so let me share my screen one more time. These people go unchecked through society. There's no checks and balances in politics and any of this. There's just people who have been established and appointed by people we will never know, the people that are really pulling the strings on all these puppets. You know, we will never know those people. But we see the puppet, but we don't see the puppeteer. And these so-called facts are forced on us, and we're not allowed to even question them. See, facts can take the scrutiny of an unbiased observation because they usually prove themselves and they have supporting evidence, none of which, logical supporting evidence, I should add, none of which is established in any of these things. They only want you to have a obey mentality towards these people as they push this authoritative ideology on the world. They are the final authority on everything. It is only interpreted through the lens of these people. So I just wanted to add this to you. I don't want to go too much on this, but I just thought it was real interesting, y'all, that people just don't care anymore. They just kind of mindlessly follow these people. They don't critically think anymore. Personal responsibility and critical thinking are lost arts. That's how our Creator designed us to be. They didn't design us to mindlessly follow corrupt people who are bought and sold and have no moral fabric about themselves. We understand a lot of what's going on that I can't speak about right now, but I will later, maybe on a different platform. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.